ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः।
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, we welcome all of you. Thank you so much for joining us for this special session on the sweet pastimes of Lord Jagannath, where today we will be, discussing something very, very special. Along with the sweet pastimes of Lord Jagannath, we will also be discussing the glorious Snana Yatra, the bathing ceremony of Lord Jagannath. We welcome all of the wonderful devotees who have joined us over YouTube Live, devotees who've joined us over Facebook Live, and dear devotees who've joined us over Zoom. Thank you all so much for joining. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, this is the specific time in a particular year when we talk about Lord Jagannath, his bathing ceremony, the glories of Puri Dham, the glories of Ratha Yatra. We all narrate the pastimes of Lord Jagannath. So, Puri Dham or Sri Kshetra Dham is very, very glorious because Sri Dham is having all aspects of our rasa, devotional life. Puri Dham is having Udarja Dham and Vaisarja Dham and Madhurja Dham. These three are there in Sri Kshetra Puri Dham. So Udarja Dham is actually Navadip Dham, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared. He is very udar, he is magnanimous. So that is why Mahabhadanna Avatar. So this is why Navadip Dham is called Udarja Dham. That is there in Puri Dham because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has had 18 years or 18 years in Puri Dham, spent his last end of his pastime, 18 years. So this Udarja Dham actually is on the bank of the sea. And we can, whoever is visited, I think all the devotees must have visited Puri. So Puri actually is the place that, where Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur, then all the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all these things happened adjacent to the bank of the sea. And the samadhi of Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur also is very, very close to the seashore. So this portion actually is called as Udarja Dham. And where Jagannath temple is there, that is actually is called Dwarka. That is Vaishwarya Dham. Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, they are actually having nice pastime with Lakshmi Devi, and so much wealth and so much offering going on in a very gorgeous way. So that is called Vaishwarya Dham. And Ratha Yatra takes place from Dwarka, from Dwarka Dham, and goes to Vrindavan, that is Gundicha. So this is the concept of Ratha Yatra, that all the devotees takes Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, the chariot, and take them to Vrindavan, that is Gundicha. So that part is Madhurya Dham. So whenever after the Ratha Yatra is complete in Puri, or if anywhere where Ratha Yatra is performed, the 7 days these lords actually stays in this Gundicha Mandir, and that is Vrindavan. So this is the glories of Puri Dham, and we are having Char Dham. We know that there is Char Dham, 4 dhams. One is Badrinath Dham, another is Dwarka Dham, third one is Rameswar Dham, and fourth one is Puri Dham. So there is a saying that Lord actually takes bath in Badrinath, and takes his, he is dressed, he is wearing his dress in Dwarka Dham, and eats in Puri and takes rest in Rameshwar. He sleeps there. That is a saying, the people say like that. So we know Puri Dham actually is eating for the devotee, eating for Jagannath also. And in Satyajug, that Lord appeared as Lord Narayan in Badrinath. In Tretajug, he has Tretajug, he appeared as Dwarkadhish. And Dapur, Holi, he appeared as Ramchandra. In Ramchandra appeared actually in Tretajug, yes, in Rameswar. And these 3 appearance, advent of Lord, is in the form of human. But in Kali Yuga, the Lord has appeared in the form of Daru Brahma, is a deity form in Sridham, Sri Kshetra, Puri Dham. So this is the concept of our devotional life, that this is the way we see how the Lord is merciful, and how the Lord, particularly in Kali Yuga, appeared as Lord Jagannath, how he is merciful. We have already heard through the darshan of Lord Jagannath, through having his prasad, we can, get out from this cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease. And we have heard how the Ratha Yatra is so glorious, and which has been manifested by Srila Prabhupada's mercy throughout the whole world. So throughout the devotees of ISKCON, and they are so much engrossed in this Ratha Yatra festival throughout the whole world. They are actually immersed in meditation of appearance of Lord Jagannath. That is the Snana Yatra festival. So regarding the Snana Yatra festival, today's Snana Yatra festival is Purnima, the full moon day. So bathing is taken place in Puri and in so many other places throughout the Bengal and all over the world also. The glories of bathing ceremony of Lord Jagannath will be narrated by Monoroki. So I will end it here.
Hari Bol.
Jai Jagannath.
Jai Shri Kshetra Jagannath Puri Dham ki Jai.
I just want to say that Puri Dham Parikrama has been introduced, I think, since last 7-8 years by our, dear devotee, His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj, and it happens after Kartik, after Brajamandal Parikrama ends. Then after 2-3 days of Brajamandal Parikrama is over, the Puri Dham Parikrama starts, and it is actually for 1 day. It is called Shankhakshetra, because Puri Dham shape is like a conch shell, and the devotees do parikrama in Puri, and that the same benefit they will get in 1 day parikrama, uh, whatever actually achieved in Navadip Dham, that is 7 8 days parikrama, and Bhojamandal parikrama is for a month. So whatever is suitable for the devotees, they will participate in this type of parikrama, Puri parikrama, Navadip Mandal parikrama, Bhojamandal parikrama. It is so glorious. So we should keep it in mind that Dham parikrama is so important in our devotional life. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. So today is the most auspicious day. Today is Snan Purnima, and sometimes it is called Jyeshta Purnima also. Today is in Jagannath Puri. It is nicely celebrated because Jagannath Dev, he wanted this from Mandadumna Maharaj, that bathe me like that. So in this day, actually, any birthday means they become very merciful. So Jagannath Dev also becomes very merciful on this day. So actually, then he does all the vigraha like Janmashtami and Gaur Purnima and any other festival what is there. So that time that Mool vigraha stays in the Mool altar. But Jagannath Dev wanted to give mercy to all the devotees, who is devotee or non-devotee, Brahmana or non-Brahmana, to everyone, because other than Brahmana, they cannot come to the temple. So he wanted to give his mercy to everyone. That's why he wanted to come out from the temple. And in Jagannath Puri, there is a Snan Bedi that is in Ananda Bazar inside the temple, inside the campus. So all the devotees that they bring Jagannath, so he comes dancing. All three brother sisters, they come and they sat on this Snan Bedi and nicely they are bathed. So whoever gets the darshan of bathing, they gets liberated and they get all their sins will go. It says in the Shastra that whoever will see or whoever will bathe, whoever gets chance to bathe the deities, all their sins will go. So people does thousands and thousands people, they come, they gather in Jagannath Puri today just to have the darshan of bathing ceremony. So in this day, they become more merciful. So, and by Srila Prabhupada, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, now we are seeing in ISKCON, everywhere throughout the world, this bathing ceremony is observed. So many devotees, they are coming to this ISKCON temple and getting the chance to bathe the deities. So other festival means only the pujaris or some sannyasin and all, they can bathe the deity, and that too in the altar itself. But Jagannath takes the bathing from everyone. Whoever will come with little Ganga water or little milk or something, he waits for them that, okay, please bathe me and get your sins cleared. So he is so merciful. So in this way, in Rajapur also, it happens near Mayapur, Rajapur is there. So Rajapur also it happens. And all the temples like in Calcutta and everywhere, wherever ISKCON temple is there. And at home also, the devotees of ISKCON, they are performing this Nan Yatra, in small way or big way, whatever. So what happened, one devotee was there, he is a devotee of Lord Ganesha. His name was Ganapati Bhatta. So he had an idea that Ganapati is the supreme personality of Godhead. So, and somebody told that, okay, you want to see the supreme personality of Godhead, so go to Jagannath Puri and you can have darshan. So he came on this day to have darshan of the supreme personality of Godhead. So he came and he saw Jagannath, but he is not like Ganapati, so he didn't feel so happy. So he just paid obeisances and he was going back. So Jagannath, he was thinking, he is not my Lord, he is not the Supreme Personality of Godhead. My Supreme Personality of Godhead actually is Ganapati. He has big trunk like that. So Jagannath could understand his heart. Then he was just going from the temple. So Jagannath took the base of a Brahmana and came near him and told, okay, you want to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Come to the temple and see. He told, no, I saw that. He is not the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He doesn't have this trunk like Ganesh. So, no, you can go and see. Then again he went, and that time he saw that Jagannath and Baladev got nice trunk, like Gajapati Gaja. So from that time it started, because Jagannath could understand his mind, and all the devas, they reside in Jagannath. So Jagannath could take any form. So he took the form of Ganesh, Ganapati, and he gave darshan. And that devotee became so happy, and he became Jagannath devotee later. So in this way, Jagannath fulfills the desire of everyone. Whoever will come to him, Jagannath gives his mercy to them. So in this way, it happened like that. Then after this Snan Purnima, after this Snan Yatra, in Rajapur you see that it starts like 7:30, 8 o'clock, it starts in the morning. Till 1 o'clock, till one person is there with the water or milk, Jagannath will accept that. So till 1 o'clock like that it goes. Then they're been taken to the moor altar, and they're nicely dressed up and all. Then they will be offered nice bhoga, lots and lots of items they will be offered, means to them. And after that they will be put into rest. Then evening, till today that thing is going on. Evening darshan is Gajabesh, because he wants to give the darshan of that Gajabesh. And it says that whoever comes and gets darshan of this Gajabesh, he will be liberated, because he gives his mercy to him. So actually, then after that, 15 days anavasar, means 15 days no darshan to the pilgrims. So that time only pujaris can have darshan, and that too the temple will be closed from our side, and they will go inside and offer bhogas and bhogas to them. And that time bhogas are also very different, not like raita, sabji, puri, not like that. That will be like medicine. Like when we get fever, what type of food we want to eat, Jagannath also accepts that type of food, not spicy. So in Rajapur we see that they offer it very simple prasad, like boiled khichdi and ginger tea in the morning, herbal tea, and whole day something or other very light thing that is offered. And somebody says they feel the hot temperature to Jagannath. And so like that it will go. One medicine they offer that is very nice. We always go to Rajapur, and in this time we know that we will not get darshan of the Lord, but still we, some devotees, some Matajis, we go and carry some bhogas like fruits, misri, and butter, all these things we carry and offer it to them, offer it to the pujaris, because we cannot see Jagannath. So Jagannath Prabhu, he stays all the 15 days with the devotees, he stays there and he does seva, special seva to their lordships. So once Jagannath Prabhu told that these things you brought, this is very nice, this is very proper to bring in this time, because Jagannath takes this only. So they prepare one medicine that is made out of paneer, homemade paneer, that is we call chana, and butter, and powdered misri, and little camphor and little pepper powder. So they just blend it and make it so nicely, it becomes like ice cream. And after offering to them, generally we all get it and we just wait for that. It's so beautiful, so nice. And after eating, we think that, okay, all our bimar is gone. We are so, we feel so purified. It is so nice. And like that it goes. So that time it says that he has his fever, but he wants to give more time to Lakshmi Devi, because after 15 days he has his Rath Yatra, so he has to go to give darshan to all the Jagatbasi, all whole world is waiting for his darshan. So all his brothers, sisters, they will go. So he gives special time to Lakshmi Devi. It is the thing. So in this way, all these 15 days happens. Then after that, Rath Yatra starts. Hare Krishna. Jai Jagannath.
Hari Bol. Jai Snan Yatra ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani Gajavesha ki Jai.
And that mixture, whatever Motherji said, no, that made of paneer, butter, that is called medicine. Because after having all so many, bathing water, Jagannath does have fever. And so Jagannath should be given medicine. And this particular item is called the medicine of Lord Jagannath.
Yeah.
Whenever we get it, we also think that that Bhavarog, this disease of material conception of life, that will also go. That is the faith we have, and that faith devotee should have that faith, because unless the faith is very strong, then Jagannath doesn't reveal his mercy. So this type of pastime and whatever is there, it is based on our faith, and it will be revealed to the devotee. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Krishna.
So there is another pastime of Lord Jagannath where Sri Purushottam Dev, actually during Maharaj Pratap Rudra's reign, that his kingdom, the Puri kingdom, was actually stretched as far as Rajamandri in Andhra Pradesh. And here, of course, we don't go into much detail, but Pratap Rudra's father, his name was Shri Purushottam Dev. And he had retrieved large amount of lands that had been lost. And also he expanded more and more the kingdom further. And the secret for that was because he was entirely surrendered to Sri Jagannath. And because of that, he was successful in extending the Puri kingdom to as far as Rajamandri of today. And it was said that Lord Jagannath himself, he would appear on the battlefield to assist the king in the fight. And so on one such occasion, there was a marriage that was contracted between Sri Purushottam Dev and the king of Kanchi's daughter, whose name was Padmavati. In those days, kings would marry for multiple reasons. One of those reasons would also be to expand the kingdom. And instead of fighting, if now you have become relatives, then it becomes much better. So the king of Kanchi, whose daughter was supposed to be married to Sri Purushottam Dev, he came to Puri to have a look at the groom. And he came in a disguised manner. And he arrived there during the time of Rath Yatra. When he arrived, it was Rath Yatra going him. And he saw that before the Rath Yatra starts, someone is sweeping the street in front of Lord Jagannath's Rath. And he saw, who is this? He saw, this is Sri Purushottam Dev, my prospective son-in-law. My prospective son-in-law, the king of Kanchi, is a sweeper? No, this is not possible. Although Sri Purushottam Dev was sweeping the ground with a golden broom, the king of Kanchi, he thought, this is an insult to my daughter. And to marry her to someone who takes the tasks of a sweeper, he's like a outcast person. And so the king of Kanchi went back, cancelled the marriage between them. And in fact, the king of Kanchi was a devotee of Ganesha, and he didn't have much faith in Lord Jagannath. When Purushottam Dev, he heard of this faithlessness of King of Kanchi, he became very angry, and he immediately took all of his army and went to attack his territory with a large force. And there was battle which went on between Sri Purushottam Dev, the army of Puri, and the army of Kanchi. And lo and behold, Sri Purushottam Dev, who never was defeated, got defeated on this day. The king of Kanchi defeated Sri Purushottam Dev, and with all his remaining soldiers, he came walking from the battlefield to directly straight to the temple of Lord Jagannath, and he said, "Hey Jagannath, what happened? You have you have never allowed me to uh, get defeated. You would come and help me in fighting. What happened today?" And I was actually fighting first time, directly fighting for your honor. You know the reason why I went to fight against him? It was because he didn't have any faith in you. He derided the glorious service of sweeping in front of the Ratha, in front of your Ratha cart. How dare he deride that? This is the most glorious service. And I wanted to protect the glory of that service to you, my dear Lord Jagannath. Other times I had other motives to expand the kingdom or retrieve my lost kingdom. This time it was a very selfless motive, simply for you. And you made me defeated. How could that happen? And so uh, Sri Jagat, so then saying that, he just slept there itself in the hall, being disappointed. And in the dream, Sri Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra came, and they said, "My dear Sri Purushottam Dev, when you went to attack the kingdom, did you ask us? Did you take our permission?" He said, "No, I mean, it is understood. It is for you that I'm going there. You understand, you are uh, Janardana, you are Bhavagrahi Janardana, and you are the Paramatma. You understand my motive, why I should come." He said, "Every time you would go for war, you would pay obeisances, take our blessings, and then go. This time you did not take our blessings. So we didn't know whether you want us to come and help you or not." So he said, "No, no, I do want you." So then Jagannath said, "All right, then try again. Go back with your armies and attack him again." And Purushottam Dev said, "Yeah, but I have less than half of the army left, and King of Kanchi's King of Kanchi's army is great." And Jagannath, he just looked with unblinking eyes at Purushottam Dev and disappeared. And Purushottam Dev understood that, "Lord, this is a test of my faith. Even though materially uh, I'm not at the highest stakes, but I have to have faith in Lord Jagannath." And so this time he paid obeisances to Sri Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra Maharani, took their blessings and permission, and asked them to join the war. But as Purushottam was passing through the village of a village called Anandpura, about 12 miles from Puri, a milkmaid said to him that, give me the money that your soldiers have taken." And Purushottam, they said, "What money?" He said, "No, two of your soldiers, they were on horses, and they bought milk, yogurt, buttermilk from me. And when I asked for the money, this milkmaid, she said, well, ask the king." The two horsemen, the two soldiers said, "The king is coming behind, he will give." So the milkmaid said, "But I need some proof." So they gave me this ring, this ring is the proof that they took this from me, the buttermilk. And then when Purushottam looked at the ring, he was able to recognize that the two horsemen, they were none other than Sri Jagannath and Baladev. And he rewarded the milkmaids. And with that great faith that Jagannath and Baladev are there to protect, he set off to certain victory against Kanchi. Some say the name of the milkmaid was Monica.
Mm.
And Ma's civil name is also Monica. There is also the Japamala is called Manka. So it could be derived from there, but there are many other ways. So he rewarded the milkmaid, went, and then he went as soon as he went there, the king of Kanchi and his army were just waiting to surrender to Maharaj Purushottam Dev. And Purushottam Dev said, I haven't even fought. What happened? And the king of Kanchi said, well, your two soldiers, they came and they defeated our entire army.
Haribo.
So we are here surrendered to you. So then he took the Ganesh deity from the king of Kanchi, which was worshipped, and he took him back to Puri. And in this way, Sri Jagannath Dev crushed the arrogant pride of the king of Kanchi. And we know that Lord Ganesha is the destroyer of obstacles. But here, Ganesha tried to cast obstacles in Purushottam Dev's way during the battle. So since Ganesha, he went against his customary role of eliminating obstacles. He was eliminating obstacles from the king of Kanchi by putting obstacles on Purushottam Dev. But Purushottam Dev is the devotee of the Lord of the universe, Sri Jagannath. So because he went against his customary role, Ganesha was given the name Bhanda Ganesha. Bhondo Ganesha. Bhondo means deceitful. So we know that Sri Ganesha is a devotee of Krishna, but at the same time, here he was, in this pastime, he was named like that. So even today in Puri, there is this deity of Ganesha. So we pray to Sri Bhondo Ganesha to please eliminate the obstacles on the path of devotional service for all of us. Now, the king of Kanchi, he personally then returned with his daughter Padmavati, and he came back on the time of the Rath Yatra. And Purushottam Dev had actually now rejected the marriage offer. He said, earlier you had rejected, now I reject. And so King of Kanchi came during the Puri Rath Yatra, and as Purushottam Dev was brooming, King of Kanchi came and said that when you rejected my daughter, you said, go get her married to a sweeper. So now, who is a better sweeper than you, who is sweeping the streets in front of Lord Jagannath? So please accept my daughter. And in this way, King Purushottam kept his promise, and he remained the king of Puri until 1497 AD. Lord Chaitanya appeared in 1486. So before King Prataparudra, his father, Purushottam Dev, a great devotee of Lord Jagannath, was the king for 11 years while Lord Chaitanya was present on this earth.
Oh.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Purushottam Dev Maharaj ki
Jai.
Shri Jagannath Balabhadra Subhadra Devi ki
Jai.
So last time we were talking about how the deities of Sri Rajapur in Mayapur Dham are non-different than the deities in Jagannath Puri. So Prabhu had promised that we will listen to that katha. So I will try to narrate that katha today. to all of you. In the 6th century, there was one very great, very sinful kind of a ruler, very obnoxious. His name was King Raktabahu. He was very, very arrogant, very full of pride person. And he was known for destroying temples, for destroying, everything that is good around him. Very dangerous person. So the Pandas of Jagannath, the priests of Jagannath, they were, they started getting concerned for Lord Jagannath's safety, that how would, they be able to protect Lord Jagannath from the atrocities of this King Raktabahu. So then that night, when the Pandas were so much in distress and anxiety, to the head priest, Lord Jagannath came in the dream and said that, my dear head priest, you take me with the help of the Shabaras. The Shabaras can take me to Bengal. I would go to Gaudadesh. Take me there. I will go there. So, you all will not be in any kind of anxiety for my protection, for my safety. So take me there. So then the head priest, the head panda of Lord Jagannath, he summoned the Shabaras. The Shabaras are, that society of people, clan of people who used to worship Nila Madhava. We remember the pastime where Lord Jagannath was worshipped by the Shabara king Vishwavasu. So Shabaras are a nice tribal people who are very, very, very dear to Lord Jagannath. So these Shabaras were then asked by the head priest that this is the order of Lord Jagannath, that the deities, all three of them, actually four of them, Jagannath, Balabhadra, Subhadra Devi, and Sudarshan, they all be carried by the Shabaras to Gaudadesh. So then they started the journey. The Shabaras were very, very equipped, very strong people. So they carried Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra in palanquins, and they started the journey from Utkal Pradesh. They started coming to Gaudadesh. And when they entered Bengal, when they came there, Lord Jagannath, he stayed in Navadvip, in this particular place called Shimantadvip, in one of the 9 islands of Navadvip. And when Lord Jagannath came there, that night, Lord Jagannath, after staying in Shimantadvip in Navadvip, Lord Jagannath appeared in the dream to the Shabaras and said that, my dear Shabaras, don't take me any further from here. This is a place that I eternally reside in, so keep me here. Don't take me away from here. So then Lord Jagannath continued to stay there. And in fact, the Shabaras, they also set up their village, their camp, very near to Rajapur Jagannath place. And till today, there's a place called Shabor Danga in near Rajapur, which is the place which is, from the descendants of the Shabaras. They are still residing there. It is, we can see that place even till today. So like this, Lord Jagannath continued to stay. And of course, after the atrocities of King Raktabahu was subsided, then the Shabaras actually took Lord Jagannath back. But it is said that Lord Jagannath's, heart stayed back here in Shimantadvip. And later on in Mahaprabhu's time, there was this wonderful Brahmana called Jagadish Ganguly. He was a very ardent follower of Lord Jagannath, very, very dear to Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And every year, along with the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, this Jagadish Ganguly would travel to Jagannath Puri to take darshan of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and as well as to see the Lord of his heart, Sri Jagannath Swami. And this Jagadish Ganguly used to stay in Shimantadvip in Mayapur. So he was very, very attached to Lord Jagannath. So 1 year before the travel could start, this Jagadish Ganguly was very much afflicted by a very dangerous disease, which actually left him blind. He went blind, completely blind. And because he went blind, he was still determined that no matter what, I will still go. And those days, there was no way that he could, there was no buses, no trains, nothing. Devotees used to actually walk all the way from Gaudadesh to Utkal Pradesh. They would walk. So, Jagadish Ganguly said, no problem. Even if I don't have eyes, I'll take the help of all the devotees. With their mercy, their blessings, I will go with them. But then the devotees, being concerned for the safety of Jagadish Ganguly, said that no, it's better because you're old also, you don't have eyes also. How much we'll take care of you? We'll be incapable of taking care of you. So you stay back here. And then he could not go. And he was crying all night. He was crying. And Lord Jagannath appeared to him in a dream that night and told him, my dear Jagadish, even I want to see you. So tomorrow morning when you go and take bath in the Ganga, you will see that a log will come and hit your head. So take that log to one of the lepers in the village in the Shabara kingdom, in the Shabara village. And there is one leper. So give him this log and tell him to carve my deity. And he will refuse. He'll say, oh, look at my hands, because his hands are going to be diseased. He'll not be able to do. So he will refuse. But you insist and you tell him that if he actually carves my deity, his leprosy will be cured. He will be completely cured. So you have to insist. So then Jagadish Ganguly, it was an early morning dream, and he woke up. He immediately ran to the Ganga. And as soon as he came out of the water after his third dip, there's a log of wood. As the Lord mentioned, log of wood came and touched his head. And he carried that log of wood with great difficulty. He came to the village of the Shabaras. He came to this leper's home. And then he told the leper that you have to carve this deity of Lord Jagannath. And that leper said, look at my hands. There's pus, there's blood. None of my fingers are even working properly. How can I carve? So after, a lot of back and forth between these two great devotees, he finally agreed. And Jagadish Ganguly actually stayed with the leper and kept encouraging him, because every time the leper would, put the hammer and the chisel, he would shout in pain. So much pain he would be in, because blood would come out from his hand. He would have so much difficulty in carving the deity, and Jagadish Ganguly would keep encouraging him. No, please go ahead. The Lord has said he will take care of you. Have faith, you continue. And then he would actually start narrating sweet pastimes of Lord Jagannath to this leper. And listening to Jagannath Katha, this leper would forget his pain and he would continue carving the deity of Lord Jagannath. And as soon as the deity of Lord Jagannath was completed, the leper was completely cured. He got his nicely rejuvenated body, and he was so grateful to Jagadish Ganguly, and they carried the deity of Lord Jagannath. And then Lord Jagannath appeared in the dream again of Jagadish Ganguly and said, some neem deities, neem wood will be found, and carve the deity of my brother, my elder brother Balabhadra, and my sister Shubhadra also. Carve them. So both of them were also carved from neem wood. And then this worship started. Jagadish Ganguly was doing the worship. And then after the demise of Jagadish Ganguly, the worship of Lord Jagannath kind of started deteriorating. So it is said for almost 250, 300 years, almost 400 years actually, the deities, they went, unmanifested. The deities just unmanifested themselves. They went into an anthill. And then after just a few, maybe 70, 80 years ago, there was one little boy. He was going in a bicycle and he heard the sound, I'm thirsty. Please give me some water. I'm thirsty. And that area was a very spooky place. Not many people would go. So this boy got really scared. Who's calling me for water? But at the same time, he was getting a very nice feeling also. So he went there, and it was Lord Jagannath who was asking for water because he was thirsty. So this boy, he called all the villagers, the Shabaras actually, they came from Shabardanga, and they, cleared out the ant hill that had gathered and kept the, the three lordships, they were covered in anthill. So they came and started taking the anthill out. But just the great, wonderful thing that was revealed was that the Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra deities that we see in Rajapur today, they were the same deities, but they were not afflicted by the anthill. Generally wood gets, when they are underground or in anthill, the moth or anything, they will eat up the wood. The wood cannot stay. Stone deities, yes, they can stay. But wooden deities, they can never stay underground. They get eaten up. But the deities of Jagannath, Balabhadra, and Subhadra Devi were untouched by it was like the ants were actually protecting their three lordships. And then the service continued, and the local Brahmanas, they started coming and worshipping the deity. But in the year 1975, 78, I believe.
80, 1980.
78. 78, I think. 78. The deities, the pujari who at that time was serving, he felt that he can't continue serving Lord Jagannath. So they approached the Mayapur Chandrodaya Mandir, ISKCON devotees, and they requested ISKCON to take over the worship of Rajapur Jagannath Balabhadra Subhadra Devi. So in 1978, officially, the deities were handed over to, on the day of Gaur Purnima, actually, they were handed over to ISKCON. So since then, the worship of Rajapur Jagannath Balabhadra Subhadra came under the service opportunity of the International Society, and it has been very, very, now if you go to Jagannath temple, we can see such a beautiful temple has come, and now there's Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Shrimantini Devi also there. It's beautiful, beautiful place, and there is that banyan tree. Still today it is there, that under which Lord Jagannath were actually sitting for those entire 400 years covered in anthill. So that banyan tree, Kalpa Vriksha, is still there. And under that there is one Gopeshwar Mahadev also. And that Mahadev, that Shivalinga, is said to be growing by one mustard seed every single day. Just like Giriraj, he is reducing by one mustard seed every day. Here in Mayapur, this Shiva Linga, he is growing by one mustard seed every day in pure love of Lord Jagannath. So there's a very beautiful temple. And actually, if we see the deity after 1 year, we can see that he has grown in size. We can make out. So we can see it very visibly. So this is the glory of Sri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Devi in Rajapur, who are non-different than Purushottam Kshetra Sri Jagannath Puri Dham. Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki jai.
Okay, so with this, let's open the lines. If there are any questions or comments, we can take now.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you for
Hare
this.
Krishna.
Thank you for this wonderful narration. I have one quick question. The deities in Jagannath Puri, we know, I don't know how often, but after some times they are replaced in the sense that new deities are carved. I don't know how. First of all, how often is that done? And secondly, the deities in Rajpura, is there anything with them along the lines of something done to them?
Very, very good question. Ma, Baba, would you like to answer that?
No.
Okay, so every 12 years, the deities in Jagannath Puri, they are changed, and that is called as the Navakalevara ceremony, which we will talk in detail before Rath Yatra, we promise. We will have a special session on Navakalevara of Lord Jagannath. And the reason why they do it, why and how they do it, we will actually try to show you some PowerPoint presentations also on this wonderful Navakalevara ceremony of Lord Jagannath. But in Rajapur, in Mayapur, this is not done. So they are the original deities that were carved by Jagadish Ganguly.
And
So,
the
Oh,
leper devotee.
and the leper devotee.
perfect. Oh,
So,
thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
thank you. Mm.
He got
Say,
nice.
say, man.
Hare Krishna. Other one thing, that's what we heard, that Jagadish Ganguly was blind, but as soon as he got the hit of the log, then and there he got his eyes.
Eyes back, yes. I forgot to
Oh,
mention.
Harival. Oh,
Yeah.
Harival.
He regained his sight.
That's how he could calm and
Right, right,
have his.
right.
Leopard,
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Anyone else?
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Please
Hare
accept
Krishna.
my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all
Prabhupada.
glories to Guru Maharaj.
Hari Bol.
Such a nice, sweet pastimes. Some of them are like, they are like unbelievable, but they are amazing, so sweet. And there are so many pastimes of Jagannath, Baldeva, Subhadra, Maharani. And you can hear for all the time, and you never get tired of those sweet pastimes. Thank you for narrating all these 4 different stories. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Mataji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah,
so
very
much,
good.
both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hope your health are doing well. After a long while, we heard from you.
No, we just missed last time.
Last week.
Yes.
Last week because our Maharaj, not Guru Maharaj, of course, Guru Maharaj left his body. So Janardhan Maharaj, Bhakti Anugraha Janardhan Swami Maharaj, he
Yes.
was in town, he was here for a week. So we
Wonderful.
have been attending his classes. So last
Okay.
Friday we had a class with him. So that's where we went, Prabhuji. So
Right.
yeah, we missed it.
Yeah,
Not
So
no,
a-
I
we'll
was
be
saying
here.
in general that we have been having this program after a long time. So in that
Yes.
sense, we could not meet, but yes, we missed you last week as well.
And it
Yeah,
seems
yeah.
so
We attended the week before.
Yes,
yes.
yes.
We missed, of course, we were meeting like every week before
Yes.
for a long time now, so it's been a
So
while, but
we will
it's
start
nice.
that again, the weekly, at least once a week, we will have some program or the other and get all of your association. And Ma Baba have come here, so with their coming and mercy, blessings, we'll be able to restart every week.
Yes, their narration of the pastimes also so sweet. Everybody is participating in narrating. It's so nice. Very good. Thank you,
Uh,
Prabhuji,
Thank
Mataji,
you.
Baba, Amma.
Thank you.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Hare
Prabhuji
Hare
and
Krishna.
Mataji, there was one thing that we wanted to share with you. First of all, of course, Srila Guru Maharaj's leaving was just out of, no words, Prabhuji, Mataji. Our heartfelt condolences. We didn't know even how to express that to you, but we heard a wonderful pastime. I don't know if you heard this, you may have, but just for our purification, we'd like to share again with every devotee that there was in Nandagaon, in Vrindavan, in Nandagaon, there's one pujari. He had a dream that, Nandalala, Krishna, is telling that, go and bring my Gopal Krishna, go bring Gopal Krishna. And the priest, he did not know. So he went around to all the Babajis in Vrindavan that whose name is Gopal Krishna, whose name is Gopal Krishna. And then, they found, and one of the Babajis said, maybe you should ask in ISKCON if, there's some devotee named Gopal Krishna. And then this priest, he inquired, and sure enough, it was the time that it was I think in 1 or 2 days right after Srila Guru Maharaj's passing that, this happened. And they said that, yes, Srila Gopal Krishna Maharaj has just left his body. And the dream said that Krishna said that I have been waiting for him to come and play with me and to assist me in my cow herding pastime. So when we heard this, that, in Nandagaon, Krishna, told this. This was something very, 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 mesmerizing to hear, mystical to hear. And we just feel so fortunate to be present on this planet at this time of these great sadhus, these great spiritual masters. They are our acharyas. And our only humble prayer is that whenever Krishna and our spiritual masters think that we may be qualified, that we may be reunited in our service to Srila Gopal Krishna Maharaj sometime or the other. And we continue to serve him by following his instructions. That way we are connected, but with our, with Vapu Seva also, we may be reunited with Maharaji whenever Krishna desires. Thank you so much, Prabhuji and Mataji. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Mataji.
I
Krishna,
have that.
Yes, yes, and his photograph was actually put on the altar of Nandagaon's temple. Next to Yashoda Mai and Krishna is Gopal Krishna Maharaj's picture was put on the altar. So that is
yes,
something
yeah.
very amazing.
Yes, Mataji, we saw that and we saw the picture, and I think I
Right.
saved it somewhere.
So
Yeah, it
please,
was
if
so
you can
nice.
share it with us, Prabhu, we would like to
Yeah,
put this up.
I'll find it.
Please do share with us. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Hare
Krishna is calling Gopal.
Yes.
Okay. Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you,
Mataji.
Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Nandini Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Dandavat Pranams Mataji Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you for your sweet pastimes of Lord Jagannath. And with your parents too, you are sharing all the pastimes, Mataji. So thank you for your mercy upon us. Hare Krishna. Mataji, one request, Mataji.
Yes.
So in the WhatsApp group, there was a YouTube link to follow to see the lectures, Mataji, but it was not connecting to the live session, Mataji.
The live session announcements are given separately just before the class. The live session Zoom link is given just before the class.
Yes, Mataji. Zoom link is there, Mataji. In that message itself, there's a YouTube link, Mataji. That YouTube link connects to the channel's page only, Mataji.
Correct. Yes.
So we don't have a YouTube live.
We do.
Okay,
We do.
We do.
But
But sometimes sometimes what happens is that if you are subscribed to the channel, then you can see the YouTube live. But sometimes the YouTube live, it's being recorded and sometimes it's not being posted live. So that may be happening, but it is posted, after a couple of days or within a day. So we apologize for that, and we'll try that, the YouTube live sessions are available live simultaneously. We'll definitely try. The only thing is that, there is a little selfish motive for us in one way, so that we, because in Zoom, we get to see and talk to all of you also. So, in YouTube, we don't get that. So if you would be kind, you can join on the Zoom link, and YouTube, you can listen as a recording, if that's okay. But we'll definitely try to put it simultaneously on the live session also on YouTube.
That was my
Thank
mistake
you.
only, Mataji. I joined late, Mataji, so I was willing, I can catch you on YouTube. That's why.
No, thank you. Even if you're late, no problem. But thank you for joining. And we'll definitely take your suggestion into consideration. We'll discuss it with our team and we'll let them know so that the simultaneous broadcast can happen.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you,
Thank
Mataji.
you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Mataji. One last question, sorry.
Yes.
Mataji, how we can celebrate Snana Yatra in our home?
Ma?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Dhanyavad. Actually, at home, if you are having deities, so not like temple that lots of water or lots of milk can be put because they are wooden deities. So it is said that you can arrange little ghee, milk, yogurt, all these things, but very little. And you can, what I do, I also have Jagannath deity at home. So I mix all the items in a pot and I put on them. Then I just wipe them off, then I put their dress. And if you are having a photo, so in photo also you should not offer too much ghee, milk and all. So the same thing you can do for the photo also. Or another one thing you can do that is called mirror abhishek. So you can keep the deities or the photo, and in front you can keep one mirror. So in that mirror you can put this ghee, milk, everything. Then after that you can dress them up, but don't put lots of water or lots of ghee and all. So deities may get.
Because they're made out of wood, no? So they might swell up, and because like things like that can happen.
And in the temples, what happens, like after Snana Yatra, they do again painting to the deities. But at home, we cannot do all the time. So they do Angarak every year after Snana Yatra. So at home, it is not possible every year. So for that only, we don't do that. And after that, if you want, you can close them for 15 days. And if you want, you can keep them and offer simple things like not very rich things. And you can make little herbal tea, like offer it every day in the morning, like with ginger, cloves, and pepper, all these things with misri, means sugar candy. You can just boil and make herbal tea and offer it to them.
You can make the medicine also.
And you can make the medicine, what I told with paneer. That is very good. Once in a day you can offer it, and try to offer very light things like khichdi. And after like 5-6 days you can offer little puri sabji. Halka means very light sabji and puri. That's all.
It is said that just like how we take care of a sick person at home, no? Same way
Same
we
way,
take
yeah.
care of Lord Jagannath. So that's the idea.
And
Thank you so
on the
much,
food-
Mataji. Thank you. I have also Jagannath deities. That's why, after listening the pastimes, I am thinking I also can do the Snana Yatra now a little bit. That's why.
Yes, yes.
yeah, sure.
But one thing that at home, whether we'll do the anavasar days, means nobody can have darshan. That is also a point for taking into consideration. If you are having only Jagannath at home for the gestures, is not, it may not be strictly followed for not having darshan. Because in our house, specifically we asked that question to Pangajanli Prabhu in Mayapur, and he said for gestures it is up to them whether to keep them closed, not having darshan. But he said to us that if you don't do that, let them be available for darshan. So
Actually, I asked Pamajani Prabhu that is it compulsory to close them 15 days? Because I didn't know that before, so I was just keeping it open and offering. Then he told, no, whatever practice you have started, continue that. Don't do that 1 year opening and 1 year closing, not like that. Whatever practice you have started for the deities, you continue that. Like that he told me. So I don't close them.
And same here also, we follow the same parampara. So at home, we keep the darshan open, but we try to serve, little bit of medicines, like little bit of, sick pressure, how we serve for like boiled food, little things we try to give to Lord Jagannath during this time as special bhoga offerings.
Little more fruits,
Little more
milk,
fruits, milk.
That's
Yeah.
little butter and mystery.
Hope this helps.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you so much. Dandavat
Thank
pranam.
you. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Raja Lakshmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you so much for the lovely class, Mataji. My humble obeisances to Mata and Gurupita also. So nice to see you. I don't have any question, Mataji. It's just that I wanted to pay my obeisances to all of you together. Whenever I see you, I feel like, wow, such a lucky day for me. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thanks for the association. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you. Thank you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Any other questions or comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Mataji, Ma, Baba, Dandan Pranam.
Hare
All good
Krishna.
Shushila
Hare
Prabhupada.
Krishna.
Yeah, thank you so much for your wonderful association and such a wonderful pastimes of Sri Lord Jagannath. We are so connected. So thank you so much for everything. And also thank you so much for sharing the pastimes of Gopal Krishna Maharaj also. Thank you so much. Dandan Pranam to all of you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Okay, if there are no more questions, then we can take your permission today and we'll join next week uh, and get all of your association, continuing the pastimes of Lord Shri Jagannath. Vancha
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji
kalpatarubhyascha
Mataji.
kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
namo
Namo Namah.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Jai.
Thank you,
Thank
Thank
Prabhuji.
you
Thank you,
so much,
Mataji.
Mataji,
Thank
for
you, Man Baba.
Prabhuji.
Thank you
Hare
so much.
Krishna. Thank you all for
Hare
Thank you,
wonderful
Krishna.
Prabhuji,
association.
Mataji,
you.
Man
Thank you,
Baba.
Mataji.
Thank you.